Hey everybody, this is Movie Trailer Trash. We are broadcasting from underneath a bunch of Christmas lights.
That is true.
Coming at you. That's right, Christmas lights.
That's right, baby. It's time for Movie Trailer Trash. Enjoy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Movie Trailer Trash. My name is Charlie.
And I'm Bethany.
And it's very important to Bethany that you know that we have Christmas lights up.
No, not only do we have Christmas lights, we are sitting in a room that is lit only with Christmas lights. Multicolored, thank you very much.
Yeah, unless you count the computer screen.
Multicolored Christmas lights equal happiness, joy, and warmth.
Wow.
And not just Stranger Things, okay, folks?
It does look like Stranger Things in here,
Every time people go by my cube that has multicolored Christmas lights in it, they say, oh, Stranger Things. I'm like, no, Christmas. It's Christmas.
Well, in here it seems like that
Christmas
because
time.
there's nothing else Christmassy here. There's
we
no
have
tree
a wreath on the wall.
or other decorations.
All right,
It's
we're
just
getting
the
carried
lights.
away. So
All
let's
right.
make sure people know who we are. So if you're a first-time listener,
I
sorry
just
for
said
all
I was
that.
Charlie.
Yeah, but we are going to talk to you guys about the movie Rampage.
Rampage.
Starring The Rock.
Dwayne
The Rock Johnson.
Starring Dwayne.
Dwayne Johnson.
Isn't it weird how nerdy of a name Dwayne is on its own?
So nerdy. He works it, though.
But like
it
Dwayne
works.
Wade,
Yeah.
he's not a nerd.
Yeah.
Don't be such a nerd, Dwayne.
Anyway, we just watched that trailer. We're going to talk a little bit about it for you guys and then have a couple segments. For those who are new,
Oh.
tune in. Stay with us.
Stay with us.
Um,
That was my terrible impression of Ira Glass. Anyway, so Rampage is a action, end of the world building smashing type situation.
fun action / almost just a kids movie.
With Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
It's coming out next year in April.
Cool.
And it just got its trailer a couple weeks ago, I think. And that's the thing you need to know about it is that it's based off an amazing 1980s arcade game called Rampage.
It started as an arcade game because I played it on, I think, Nintendo,
Yes.
Super Nintendo.
It got re-released. It was first released in an arcade in 1986 and then got re-released for a bunch of different consoles in the late 90s.
It was great.
And it's awesome.
I gotta tell you, it was
the
great.
only thing it is just you are one of three monsters, either a giant lizard, a giant wolf, or a giant gorilla, and you just go through cities and you smash them down and
To the ground. You smash down all the buildings.
You get points for leveling buildings and for eating people. And
Yep.
there's also little power-ups and things
And
that are
then
funny.
something happens where sometimes you turn into a human, though.
Yeah, I never really understood that.
It's like if you're losing or you don't have enough points, then you turn into like a human that's in their underwear and you like run around or something.
Yeah, like that's how you lose. Is like you
yeah,
turn
like, oh no, and then
back into a human.
yeah.
Which,
So
by the way, you know what I found out when I was looking
Interesting.
up stuff about Rampage?
What?
Is that Wreck-It Ralph is named after Ralph the Wolf from Rampage.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's funny because he's wrecking
Well,
the
Wreck-It
building.
Ralph is exactly like Rampage.
Yeah.
The game Wreck-It Ralph, like the way he climbs the building and breaks the windows and stuff, that's what the game is like.
It's very similar. And so this is an awesome,
So fun.
awesome game that's being adapted. And as we know, whenever you adapt a video game into a movie, it always turns out very good.
Yeah. And by that, he means sarcasm.
There's never been a good one, ever.
I guess I could believe you on that.
I think that there's potential because there's going to be an Uncharted movie.
Mm-hmm.
And there's potential for that to be good because
The
Uncharted's so
reason
good.
those movies aren't good is because they don't put the money into them.
No, it's because
Like, why on earth would Assassin's Creed not be good? Because they just didn't care. They just threw it together. You have to come up with a script. The script has to be good. The
Well, what
story,
they
you got to
do-
give it a story. It can't just be like the video game.
it's just like what they do with some comic book movies where they decide because it's a movie, they change stuff about it and they change like the thing that is interesting about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They change like in Assassin's Creed, the thing that's interesting is the whole like this guy going back in time and like getting knocked out during this thing and going back into his memories and whatever.
And I heard they spent too much time on that.
Yeah, and
That
they
like
have
spent
that
all the time with
weird
him in the room.
that weird thing that like plugs into his back that he jumps around in and stuff. Like I don't really
Yeah, I don't know.
understand
We
what
didn't watch
was.
that. Let's be honest with the crew. I mean, with the crew, with the listeners.
I'm
so,
going to call them the crew from now on.
okay, let's be honest with the crew. What
Listen
up,
up,
my
crew.
What up, my crew? Okay, so here's the thing. I just thought of a movie that is good based on a video game.
No, you didn't.
Yep, the Halo movie. Not
The Halo movie.
Not the big time, like, I think they tried to do a Halo movie that got theater release, but remember, we watched a Halo movie that was like a small time, like,
Oh, yeah, that was
independent
good.
film, and it was really good.
But that wasn't.
it was like
It
an hour
wasn't
and a
about
half.
like. It wasn't like the video game story.
Well,
it was
yeah, it
like-
was Master Chief and all that.
No, he just shows up at the end.
Yeah, it was awesome. It doesn't matter though. That's the point. It's based on the video game. The video game is what inspired it. So that's kind of like this. Like Rampage has no story. It's like you said, the whole game is just you going around destroying a city. They don't explain anything. It's not
Yeah,
like
it's
a
just
story.
for fun,
And so
and it's just goofy too.
it's kind of like the Halo movie that we saw. It wasn't necessarily the story from the game. It was just inspired by it. And that's how this is. Like, they have to make it their own.
Right. Well, it's
know,
also
they have to
alien.
give it a
Okay, so in
story.
this one, it appears to be alien technology dropping from the sky, and then
Genetic modification, is that what she said?
whatever creature discovers it, it starts to grow super tall and get angry. That seems to be what's happening.
Yeah, she said it
Um,
would be very unpredictable
They grow
how they'd react to it.
incredibly large. So, like, the main characters of this story is The Rock, his lady friend, and his
George.
gorilla friend, George the gorilla. And the gorilla finds one of these little capsules that has fallen from the sky, and it explodes.
Albino gorilla.
Yeah, and it's not an albino gorilla in the original game. I think it is.
No, but it just looks really cool.
I think it is later though. I think it in the World
Perhaps.
Tour one that it is. But yeah, it explodes in his face. He starts growing a whole bunch, and it's probably too much of the movie is about how Dwayne
It's their
the Rock
relationship.
Johnson is, scared
And that's why
stuff.
and that's why it's a kids movie. Because like this, what is it? What other movies are there that are like this?
Mighty Joe Young,
I was thinking Mighty Joe Young, but then I'm sure that's a little bit
King Kong.
Yeah. Yeah, those
No,
are like kids movies.
Not really though.
But those are like kids movies. You could take your 10-year-old to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's something like that, but I think that I think it's going to be interesting because they give him that relationship. Sure. No, that's not a kids movie. That
E.T.
woman cusses like a crazy person.
perhaps.
Yeah, it's like a fun action kids movie that the whole family can probably enjoy. But the thing is, when you give him that relationship to the human and animal like friendship, that's what makes those movies unique, is like the animal is dangerous, but also I love it,
However, it's not Andy Serkis playing the gorilla, so it'll probably be bad.
Oh, whatever. But no, I love there's this moment in the trailer where the gorilla is doing sign language for frightened, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson signs back. He's like, "You're scared? Like, it's okay. It's going to be okay." He's like signing. That's a really emotional moment, and I don't know anything about the movie. And I was just like, "Oh, George is scared."
Oh, The Rock.
Because no, George, like whoever is playing the monkey. Do we know who's playing the ape?
No.
I realized I changed it from
Yeah,
monkey
good
to
job.
ape. Because a gorilla's not a monkey. But yeah, like whoever it is, they did a decent job because they were doing the like I'm scared thing, and he looked like a scared ape, and I was scared for him. I was like, oh no, George.
No, George.
He
But then
just
he
seemed-
destroys Chicago, which
Yeah.
brings me to my main point.
Oh, okay.
The best thing about this movie is that it takes place in Chicago.
Of course. Well, first of all, most movies do.
What? No, they're all in New York.
Well, they're all filmed in Chicago.
No, they're all filmed in Atlanta and take place in New York.
So many movies have been filmed in Chicago. You always point out when they're going past the obvious Chicago buildings. All the time. You're like, oh, look, Chicago.
I can think of 3 right now.
Sure, but I'm telling you there's more. It happens all the time.
I think I always just mentioned that the Christopher Nolan Batman
Yeah.
movies were in Chicago.
Yeah. Big
that
deal.
Gotham was supposed
Yeah.
to be Chicago. Big deal. But yeah, that's kind of the best part of it for me is
For you.
because that's where I'm from. It's always imagine how ridiculously excited you would be if there was something filmed in Kansas
That's not
City.
fair.
Why is that not fair?
Because Kansas City is a smaller city that nobody cares about or recognizes.
You even watch those bad movies just because they were filmed in Missouri. That
What
that Brad
bad
Pitt
movies?
one, the Jesse James movie,
Was that filmed in Missouri? It was just about Missouri.
and
Hey,
Winter's Bone.
there is no reason in
Right?
heck
and heck.
that Jesse James movie shouldn't have been amazing. Amazing. Oh, God. Apparently, I can't say the end of words.
Hey, listen, crew. This movie is amazing.
It had Brad Pitt, and it was about Jesse James, the famous outlaw. Like, what? Why was it so boring?
What?
Okay, we digress.
Yes, but
And also, Winter's Bones was a good movie. Winter's Bone was a good movie.
Man, Winter's Boneses.
You're getting me all worked up. But the thing is, I just think that Kansas City is a wonderful place, and Chicago has had its time. It's time for them to come to Kansas City.
No, I will
Not Rampage, but maybe another movie.
And I'll get to this later, but yeah, it's a big part of it's the only reason I noticed this movie.
Well, I noticed it because it looks fun. Like, whether or not it'll be good, sure, but it looks fun. It looks like those movies that you watched when you were a kid. It looks like something that kids are going to go crazy for.
Yeah.
And it looks cool having the, ape run around the city destroying it. It's going to be interesting. However, I know they're going to do the whole, like, don't kill him. And he's going to be like, no, don't hurt George. And it's like, he's literally destroying the city.
Yeah. He's probably killed a lot of people. And if it's video game accurate, he will have eaten multiple people as well.
In the trailer, Dwayne says you have to evacuate the city.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're evacuating a city for a gorilla. It's going the heck down.
Yeah, we're not... Sorry,
and
Dwayne.
so is the wolf, and so is the alligator.
I'm going to start calling The Rock Dwayne. Just Dwayne.
Okay, you do that. But no, okay. So, speculation here. How do you think it'll end? Do you think that they'll pit the animals against each other? Because I kind of do.
I think that George will save the day and die while saving the day.
That's sweet. I like that.
I think he's going to fight off the crocodile and the wolf.
Because it's coming after Dwayne.
No, I just think that...
It'll be for Dwayne.
I think that he'll do something or sign something or whatever. He'll be like... I don't know. He'll sign "I love you" or something like that.
Oh,
okay.
I'm all.
I think we
that.
found our target audience for this movie.
Yeah. No, I mean, by all accounts, you shouldn't be able to make a movie off of the game Rampage, and have it be good.
Yeah, I don't know why they chose this.
There's
one.
nothing about it.
But I also think that
screams this should be a movie.
I think that the creators of this game are from Chicago or Illinois, at least, because in the one that was released for consoles was called Rampage World Tour.
Yeah.
And they went around to all different cities around the world. That's how, like, each level was a new city, and it would go around the world. And it started in Peoria, Illinois, and it ends in Plano, Illinois, which are, like, two small towns in, like, central Illinois. I guess Peoria is a big town, but big city.
So I was searching just a second ago for this movie to look up the cast, and I noticed... There was a Rampage movie in 2009. Did you see anything about that when you were doing your research?
Was it Rampage?
Yeah.
Like the monsters?
I don't know. I didn't look into it.
It might just be a movie called Rampage.
Maybe. I was confused.
As far as I know, this is the first Rampage, the video game-based movie that has been made.
Okay, good, because I was like, what?
What?
Oh, anybody else famous that's in it? There's that guy that looks like he's from Mother.
There's Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
And he looks exactly like Javier Bardem.
He looks slightly like Javier Bardem.
Could be brothers.
He's most famous for his villainous role on Walking Dead. He's the guy with the bat.
Oh, I never got that far.
Yeah, neither did I. But he's also in The Watchmen.
And
he's
then
a big
the guy
role in
from
The
Magic
Watchmen.
Mike is in this movie.
And also that guy, that Jeffrey Dean Morgan guy, played Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne's dad, in the flashbacks in Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, no.
I can't think of
his
dad's name.
Okay, his dad.
What's his dad's name?
I don't know, but I can tell you his mom's name. Let me tell you. Martha. Okay, for a second I thought you were saying he played Alfred, but no, he played his dad. Okay, doesn't matter.
But yeah, every other person in this movie is fairly unrecognizable.
Except for the guy from Magic Mike.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be a big part of it.
I think so. He's like the soldier who's hunting him down.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
he's out for blood.
He did look pretty badass though when he stepped, steps on the footprint of the wolf, and it's like this big kind of heavy moment, and then later it shows him just sprinting away from the wolf. It's kind of cool.
I was not into Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character.
I was. He was like the perfect children's movie villain.
Oh, you didn't know about the 30-foot wolf? He sounded like a old southern.
He made me laugh when he
said
that.
Plantation owner.
When he said that, it's like he was just trying to make you seem stupid, even though why on earth would you know?
Just like a really ridiculous
Oh, you
cheery
didn't know
accent.
about the 30-foot wolf?
His demeanor was all wrong.
Well, let me tell you.
I think we'll be all right. He's like always like
I
he's always
liked
hosting
it.
a fancy party. Is
You know
he
what?
sounds
The
like.
more you talk and the more I talk, the more I think I am the target audience for this movie. Me and a lot of 12-year-old kids.
Yeah, that's
A
good.
lot of 12-year-old kids. Anywhere between really 10 and 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
Anyone who's not old enough to get into a rated R movie should be totally into this.
In fact, we were in Chicago when they were filming this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And
I was?
Yes, you were there.
Awesome. Did I see
with
it?
me. I
don't remember
think
seeing
that
it.
they were setting up to film a shot that's in the trailer
Okay.
where they're the corn cob buildings. Don't remember the names
The
of
ones
them.
that look like where the cars park?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that's been in a few different movies.
Yeah,
Those
they're
are
pretty
fairly
iconic.
famous. And I think
Oh, wait. I thought you
because-
said Chicago's never in movies.
because they were setting up they were setting up on that bridge there.
Oh, okay.
And that's where that was happening, was on that bridge. And so I think that we may have been there and I may have seen them setting up for that shot.
Oh,
So that's
cool. That's fun.
fun. But anyway, this movie does not look very good. It looks like it's going to try and
Wow.
be really emotional for no reason.
I feel like you are sliding into the next segment before we've gotten there.
Well, then let's get there.
All right, so let's do it
Where are we going?
to the next segment.
Which is?
Where, when, and how are you going to see this movie?
Yeah. Where? When? How? Are you gonna see this movie? Okay, I'm obviously not gonna see it in theaters. I probably won't even rent it. If it comes on Netflix, there's a good chance I won't watch it. But I wish that FX had the movies and I had the FX.
Wait, so you're telling me you don't want to see this movie, even to the point where if it's on Netflix, you wouldn't click on it, but you wish that there was a channel that just had movies on it all the time so you could accidentally stumble upon this?
Yes.
You're so weird sometimes.
Because think about it. Like, would you like you're on Netflix, right? On a
Yeah.
lazy Sunday afternoon, and you're going through stuff. You see Rampage, but you're just like, or I could just watch 4 episodes of The Office in a row.
Yeah, well, here's the problem is there's too much competition. When you're on cable, you don't got crap to watch. It's cable. Cable sucks. TV sucks. So what happens is you're flipping through and your options are either Rampage or an old episode of the Andy Griffith Show, which is good, but Rampage might be a little bit more exciting or unexpected.
Yeah, maybe you're, doing some sketching. Maybe
But-
you are playing a game on your phone and you don't want to be you don't want to be
But-
fully invested.
When you are on Netflix and you're just skipping around looking for something, not only do they have, the Dick Van Dyke Show, shows like that, but they also have The Office,
Uh-huh.
Friends.
They have Academy
day.
Award winning movies right next to these ones.
Oh,
they
yeah.
have superhero
They have
movies.
award-winning shows. They're original shows.
I will say this, when Disney takes all of its stuff off
Yeah.
and Rampage is left behind,
Then we might watch
that
it.
might be a different situation. Because if any Disney movie from the past 5 years is next to Rampage,
You're going to pick that.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel you. Okay, so let me tell you my perspective here.
Oh, okay.
If in a hypothetical world, if I had a niece who is 10 years old, I would take her to go see this movie in theater. However, she is half of that. So thanks a lot. I'm not going to see it in theater. I think that if you want to see it in theater and you're an adult, you should probably find a niece or nephew who is around 10
I
years
thought you were going to
old.
say find a 10-year-old.
Yeah, well, a friend.
Oh.
A friend's kid or your kid, somebody you can babysit.
Someone you
Hey,
can
I'd love to
take-
babysit your kid and take him to the theater. I'll buy him popcorn.
Excuse me, who are you?
But nonetheless, that's the only reason I would go to the theater is if I had
But
a
you
kid.
want to see it, though.
But I do want to
So why
see
wouldn't
it.
you go to the theater?
I don't want
by
to see
yourself?
it that bad. I don't want to see it that bad.
So you want to see it
The only
if
movie
you
I've
can pawn
ever
off your...
the only movie I've ever seen by myself was Tropic Thunder, and it was not a decision I regretted.
Oh, boy.
So I'm just saying, though, it's got to be a movie I really want to see.
You're sitting very
I'm sorry.
strangely in
I
the
am.
chair. right
I'm
now.
like moving my legs all around. Anyway, we're getting off topic. I do want to see this movie when it comes out on Netflix.
Okay, so you want to see it on Netflix.
Yeah, I want to I want to like get a bunch of friends together and just on a Saturday during the day and just eat a lot of popcorn.
None of your friends would want to see this movie.
Exactly. That's the best part. I'll have to like really talk them into it.
There you go. You could find
I'll be
strangers.
like, come on. Let's watch it. Let's all get popcorn and watch Rampage.
Maybe you can become friends.
We can shotgun Mountain Dews.
Maybe you can become friends with the strangers whose kid you borrowed to go see it in theaters, and you could say, hey, we should watch this all
Mountain
together.
Dew should be the official sponsor of Rampage.
They should make a flavor called Rampage, and after all the different monsters, the 3 different monsters.
Yes, I would totally get a George Rampage.
Oh, I would get a Ralph
Mountain
the
Dew.
Wolf Rampage. Made with
wolf?
real wolf.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet you that lizard is going to be delicious.
Do you think it's wolf flavored?
I'm getting a little carried away with this, but I hope Mountain Dew is listening.
Oh, they do.
Hey, crew, if any of you work for Mountain Dew,
The Dew Crew.
then you hit us up. We will let you be a sponsor.
Yeah.
And we will help you with your flavor ideas.
Game Fuel.
But yeah, so I want to see this on Netflix. There is a high chance that I will never see it, though.
Yes, a very tall chance.
Especially if the Rotten Tomatoes scores come back under 40%. There's a high chance that I won't ever see it. But, I like that they're making it. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a lot of fun kid movies. And now we have this and we have Jumanji. I feel like those are the type of fun movies we saw when we were a kid.
Can I tell you who the director is?
Yeah.
His name is Brad Payton.
Okay, tell me about this guy.
He directed San Andreas.
Okay.
He directed Journey to the Center of the Earth 2. And he's going to direct San Andreas 2 and Journey to the Center of the Earth 3.
All right, so he has a lot of experience.
Which means that in a few years, he will have directed 6 movies where Dwayne The Rock Johnson is the star of them.
Oh, really? I didn't know that Dwayne The Rock Johnson had anything to do with those things.
Yeah, he's the main.
I don't know any of those
main,
movies.
He's the main lead of all of those movies. The Journey to the Center of the Earth ones are like little kid movies, and San Andreas is a disaster movie where an earthquake.
Dwayne Johnson must love working with this guy.
I think Dwayne
Or maybe
Johnson
he accidentally got caught up in a contract early on.
will do anything that you ask him to.
I think he just is loving life. He's just living his best life. Hashtag living my best life.
Yeah, I think he's just.
That's the thing
I think
right
he's
now.
just
Did you
in
know
it
that?
for the money?
People have been hashtagging that.
Hashtag living my best life.
Yeah. And then like usually they're doing something stupid like, having dinner with a puppet. It's
What?
funny. It's funny. I saw it on an internet video.
Having dinner with a puppet.
The internet comedians Rhett and Link, they did a whole thing on living my best life. It was pretty
Okay.
funny.
So it was a sketch.
No.
They didn't-
They were actually they were showing actual photos that other people put up of tweets.
So were they actually eating dinner with a puppet?
Yeah, some ladies had like a puppet. I don't know. They were posing with it. Listen, I'm so sorry for those of you who are new. We're a little off topic tonight. We're under the Christmas lights. I'm in a good mood.
Here's what I'm going to do. Oh, wait.
Wait, we got
Also,
one
the
more.
director. I wanted to say one more thing about the director. He's going to be he's going to direct a Just Cause movie, which is another movie
But why?
based on a video game.
Just cause.
And it's Just Cause.
Just cause.
Just Cause. It's another movie based on a video game. And the video game is essentially some guy who goes and overthrows a dictatorship of a small South American country, I think. And the star of that movie is going to be Jason Momoa.
I really thought you were going to say Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I think that he probably originally wanted it to be The Rock, but this guy is Hispanic in the game, and The Rock is not.
It's
and
a better fit. Yeah,
he would
it's
have
a
had to
lot
do a
better fit.
really well. I guess Momoa has to do a really offensive stereotypical accent.
Well, we'll see. Let's go on to the next segment, shall we?
What is the next segment?
Rotten Tomatoes scores.
What? Rotten Tomatoes percentages.
All right, I'm going to get started on this one.
Oh, are you?
And try and keep on topic and not talk about random things. I think the Rotten Tomatoes score is going to be, for critics, 47%.
Okay.
For audience, 63.
Okay.
And if it is above 40%, then I will watch it on Netflix.
That's fair. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to go super extreme with it.
Do it.
I'm going to go almost, I'm going to go even more than DCEU extreme.
Okay. I don't know what that means. Go ahead.
I'm going to say the critics are going to give this 14%.
Ouch.
And I'm going to say the audience is going to give it a 78%.
Wow. I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's going to be like what was that one recently? Pacific Rim, where people just love it, but it's terrible
It's probably gonna be fun.
because it's just smashing and
You can
jumping
say
and
what you want.
whatever.
It's probably gonna be fun. Is the point?
Well, yeah, but I'm going to say that the critics will give it their lowest possible score.
I mean, that's fair, but I'm still sticking to my guns.
And I think that The Rock will make these types of movies forever until he retires. He's going to be 70 years old making movies about cities being
He's
destroyed
gonna
and
be
falling
like,
into
Daddy's gotta
oceans.
go to work.
Yeah. God.
Grandpa's gotta go to work, son.
Grandpa's got to go to work, grandson.
Anyway, okay, well, first of all,
Yes, I agree.
nope, not first of all. That didn't make any sense. So I wanted to go into some plugs, if you don't mind.
Oh, okay.
Unless you have a couple more things you want to say.
No, not about this.
Yeah, there's not much to say. It's Rampage.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
It's going to be fun. So, for those of you who are new and made it to the end, thank you for being with us. We love our crew. You can check us out and hear all of our episodes at mttpodcast.com. You can also see us on Twitter at MTT Podcast and on Facebook, Movie Trailer Trash Podcast. So you got to type it all out for that one. Please tell your friends about us. Please continue to listen. We really love you guys, and you listening makes a big difference. Also, rate and review us on iTunes. That helps us to get seen.
That is true.
And as always, check out the Entertainment Buffet page on YouTube. Is it called a page?
Channel
On YouTube, Entertainment Buffet. You can also see them on Twitter at Entertain Buffet.
Mm-hmm.
And they help us out by putting us up on their YouTube page. So, give them a shout out. They do a lot of fun things.
That is true. And also, I just wanted to say the best thing about this movie coming out
Okay.
is that now I really want to go find a way to play the video game.
Sure thing.
I bet they're going to re-release it in some fashion.
For sure. I bet you could find it online and just play it on your keyboard.
Ooh, keyboard game.
All right, guys. We will talk to you next time. See you soon.
Rampage!